Next question is from Amber Dawn Gomez 12. What are your thoughts on the women's cycle training?
Yeah. Okay. So this is when there's workouts and stuff being created around this, where they'll say, oh, when you're ovulating or your luteal phase, you train this way. Ovulation, you train this way. You know, this is how you train during these hormone cycles, because women have a roughly, 28-day or 30-day cycle of hormones.
Now, are they trying to map their body's stress through this process? Is that like sort of the angle they're playing with that?
It's like you're supposedly stronger and have more energy when you're ovulating, for example. And at these times, you're going to be more tired and more stiff. And so you change the workouts accordingly. Now, I get it.
If it helps you, it works for you.
Well, I get it. I get the theory.
But I'm sure there's individual variances with how everybody responds.
That's why it doesn't matter, because you could be ovulating and your workout could be like, here's why I don't like this. I'll tell you why. Because a woman's going to buy a program that says, during this phase of your cycle, you should be training this way. And maybe she had bad sleep last night, or she got in a fight with her boyfriend, or she had a bad, she ate poorly the day before. She's going to ignore the signs of her body because of this stupid workout that says, this is when you train really hard. Yeah. And they're like, oh, it's based on my cycle. Therefore, the reality is none of it matters. How do you feel right now? Do you feel good? Do you have energy? Who cares where you are in your cycle? That overrides anything else. That's what determines your intensity, your volume, and the kind of workout you do. That is more important than anything else.
This reminds me of just, how much we want to simplify everything. We just want that so bad, just like the blood type diet.
That's exactly what I was thinking about was the blood type diet.
It's like, how awesome would that be if we could literally pinpoint it to that, and then these foods were just completely perfect for you, and it worked out, that way. And the thing is, there may be a general amount of data that shows, women respond well to this type of mapping in terms of managing their stress and their workouts to go with their cycle. But it's just
it breaks down.
That's how these
break it down, and it just doesn't work.
That's how these things get legs.
Perfectly.
Just like the blood type one. It gets legs because it does end up lining up for somebody. There's going to be a percentage of people that following this really works well for them. 80% of the time. It's like, oh my God, if I train this way, it seems to match my energy levels. But to your point, Sal, is so true. It's like, I don't care if it's the perfect time cycle wise for you to be training intensely. If you got shit sleep the night before, or you got terrible news, you lost your job the day before, you going into that workout, I guarantee
throw that workout away.
Also, I guarantee you'll feel way.
Can I tell you why this works for 80% of the people? It's not because they're training according to their cycle. It's because the workouts are phased.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Yeah. Totally. The workouts are phased. That's the bottom line. They're doing different stuff at different times of the month. It has nothing to do with their cycle. In fact, I'll tell you what, the truth be told, 4 years ago, I thought about perhaps developing a program around this. Why? Very easy to market. I can market the shit out of this, and I could sell women this all day long. But the problem was when I broke down the science.
Our marketing team wanted this.
Yeah, and when I broke down the science and went into it, I said, this doesn't work. This makes no sense. It's always down to the individual. I mean, we phase our programs, but what do we always say? Listen to your body. Because here's the deal. Yes, your hormones go through cycles, but the complexity and the context of your life changes on a day-to-day basis. How you feel, your sleep, who you talk to, your diet, emotional state, all that stuff changes regardless.
I would make the case that what we know about HRT training would be more valuable information than this.
You know why? Because it's individualized.
That's what I mean.
Because you're measuring your own heart rate variability.
I think the same woman that has got good maybe results from running a program like this would see just as much value, if not more value, from an HRT program where you basically are measuring your heart rate variability every single morning and seeing where you're at. And if it's a green day, you get after it. If it's a yellow day, you take it easy. If it's a red day, you take it off. And following that, I bet you'd see just as good of results, if not better.
The best. Yeah.